Who's ready to watch me eat 15-year-old pieces of gum? All right. For anyone wondering, I'm going to a Flyers game after this. But it's time for the oldest box of WWE wrestling cards I have. Is this box of 2007 WWE Heritage 3 cards, which apparently there are autographs and relics, and there's more Allen and Ginter cards. But this is a box of 25 packs. Each pack has 5 cards and 1 stick of gum per pack. So, yeah, let's see if I die eating old-ass gum. Let's just get to it. So, yeah, this is, oh. Okay. Sorry, white balance card. So it looks like they put in, I guess this is a case topper of a big-ass card of the Brian Kendrick and Paul London. So this is, most of these are going to be decidedly before my time. I kind of stopped watching at the end of the Invasion and didn't come back in until Macho Man Randy Savage died or the Summer of Punk. So we'll see. Ooh, these have got that old baseball card feel. Oh, right, because they are heritage cards, right. I don't know that it does. Oh, they look like. Okay. Yeah, okay. These are cool. So, like, here's. I don't think these are a specific year in general that these are designed to look like. Like, here's a Michelle McCool. And then. Oh, look, they even put some old shit in here. Like, here's the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. And a Papa Shango. And then here's a Santino Marella. And oh, I still can't believe he didn't win that Elimination Chamber. And there's a Matt Hardy. And then, all right, look at this old-ass piece of bubblegum. Well, at least it's still in, and we'll switch here. It's still in some plastic. And, oh, this might actually be edible. Because I've done other old-ass gum. And almost died, but I think this is. I expected to die. This isn't bad. I mean, it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. But if you've ever opened like a regular pack of like, 1980s Topps baseball cards and eaten that gum, it is just disintegrated into shock. But, alright. I'm going to spit this out. I can continue that. But for the sake of the video, you don't want me chewing gum through this whole thing. Ugh. Oh, I swallowed some. Alright, like, oh, here's a... Oh, okay. I thought that was a special card for a second, but like, here's a Bruiser Brody, and ooh, a Jack and Jerry Briscoe, and then doesn't that look like that's an insert card or like a promo coming soon card? Nope, that's just the regular Jackless card. Like, oh, big. So this is when he was Big Daddy V instead of a Big Van Vader, and then. Okay, I've never heard of this guy, but apparently he was on SmackDown with the Hurricane or something. So it says the back of that card, so that's Shannon Moore. Okay, I'll take your word for it. And what am I going to do with 26 packs of old-ass gum? All right, Bruiser Brody. And then, oh, all right, one of my favorites, a Maria. There's a Randy Orton. Yep. Alright, so apparently this box does have relics. And we got it relatively early. And it's just funny because so there's a I don't know who that guy is, Lance Cade. But here, and Christ, is that a tiny piece? But oh look, it's a piece of shirt worn by Bobby Lashley in 2007, and he's still in WWE doing stuff. That's just funny. All right, so we hit that early. Let's see. I don't think there's any guarantees on this box. I'm looking for an old ass autograph. I don't even know who I'd want from 2007. But like, here's a Chris Masters. Vaguely remember him. And then, ooh, these packs are full of duplicates. Ugh. Still have the taste of that old ass gum in my mouth. All right. Like, oh, here's a John Morrison. Back when he was still there the first time, and then, oh, is that an Ashley Mazzaro? All right, good for her. And then there's a Great Khali. Oh, and a Vader, and I can't believe they put Rocky Johnson on a card, with a photo credited to Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I mean, if you've been watching Young Rock, they glaze over the fact that Rocky Johnson was a bit of an asshole. But yeah, so okay. I guess Vince liked him enough to get him some of that sweet Topps card money. That is the exact same pack that I just opened. Ugh. I still can't believe how hard it is for them to properly do a pack and have it be truly random. You think there'd be a machine or pay people a dime or something like, okay, but here we go. It's a Dusty Rhodes at the bionic elbow. Ooh. And then a Hornswoggle doing it's the Tadpole Splash because he's not a full ass frog. And then Jimmy Garvin. I just watched the Tale of the Territories last night about WCCW, so that was interesting. And then there's some Victoria. How did we do that? Man, the divas in that time frame. Whoa, that was rough. Okay, hold on. And then okay, this is the exact same pack as that one, but instead, look, here's a tiny little Allen and Ginter's card. Okay. Whether or not full size is anybody's guess. I don't know. Oh, look, here's some new stuff. Triple H, and then was there Deuce and Domino? I thought that was a TNA thing, but here's somebody named Deuce, and a Candace, and then I just read a thing the other day that apparently Jimmy Wang Yang got his job back in WWE because he was trying to bang some girl after he got fired the first time while WWE was in town. And he just showed up backstage trying to get tickets and ran into Vince. And he's like, hey, where have you been for a while? And he's like, you fired me. He's like, oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. And invited him back. And then, so yeah, he got brought back, and that's when he got the Jimmy Wang Gang character. But for anyone wondering, indeed, he did actually get to have sex with that girl he was trying to. So good for him. And he got his job back. And there's a Trevor Murdoch. I don't know who any of these people are. Again, the exact same pack as that, but here's an Allen and Ginter's Jake the Snake. And it's literally like packs that are directly next to each other in the box. So I don't know how they fucked this up. So here's I can't believe MVP is still, well, not wrestling per se, but he's still involved with WWE. And like, here's a Batista and a Bobby Lashley. Oh, and Jamie Noble from what was it? It was J&J Security. And Jeff Hardy. Godspeed. Wish him well on his recovery road, which I hear it's supposed to be going well. I think he had a court date relatively soon that got either soon or just past that got rescheduled. But like, here's a Stone Cold and a Boogeyman and a damn. Then did we do this? Maybe a Trevor Murdoch and then Umaga. Umaga? Umaga. Wasn't there like a whole thing where Michael Cole couldn't pronounce that properly? Like I said, I really glazed over that time frame in my watching of WWE. Although there was a time that I went and started with WrestleMania 1. Christ, it must have been like 10 years ago. Yeah, probably around WrestleMania 20. Yeah, it was probably before I went to 29. Where I spent the time and went to WrestleMania 1 and then watched every pay-per-view in order, including like this Tuesday in Texas and just the pay-per-views. Because really, you don't really need to watch the weekly shows. You can just do the pay-per-views and you'll be good. But like, here's a Snitsky and a Mr. Kennedy. The Divas look different. So there's a Jillian Hall, right? And then... Oh, okay. I guess he was in WWEC, EC Dub, because I've never heard of him. But here's old school Ted. Man, they're getting their money's worth out of that fucking promo shot of Ted DiBiase. Ugh. I should have thought to have something to drink after chewing all that rancid ass gum. Oh! Okay. We did good on this box. But so let's go through these regular cards here. So here's a Miz, and then a Chavo Guerrero. I believe that should technically be Junior, but it's iffy on that. And then a Chuck Palumbo and an Edge. But okay, so we did good on this box. It's not on card, so it's not great. But here we go. Here's a fucking autograph of Tori Wilson, who, yeah, I wasn't watching so much of that, but I am thoroughly aware of Tori Wilson's work. Recent WWE Hall of Famer. And I loved how in her speech she's like, yeah, I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and been like, you awakened something in me as a child, or i.e., to be blunt, I jerked off to you a lot as a child, and I don't know why you'd ever tell someone that, but I will say that happened. And for Sunny and most of the WWE divas at the time, but yeah, so that's for a fucking 15-year-old box of cards. I think that's the best one I could have got. Maybe a 2008 version Maurice, although I like her better now, surprisingly. But yeah, all right. So let's keep going with these. But I think that's going to be the highlight of the box. So like, here's the Funk Brothers, and and I can't believe that will you stop? Gorilla Monsoon came from that guy. That's the same guy. That's amazing. But like, here's a Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and then Christ, look at the size of that necklace they got Maurice wearing. And they're like, yeah, see, there's Tori Wilson. Was she in the cat fight with the GoDaddy girls at one of those WrestleManias? I can't remember. But, yeah, back in the bra and panty fight days. Yeah. The good old days, I guess. So, like, here's a Melina, and a Brian Pillman, and a Pat Patterson, and Charlie Haas. And, oh, God, man. Look at how young he looks, particularly without that giant fucking thing on his neck. But there's a Cody Rhodes. And oh shit! I didn't realize this box of cards was old enough that yeah, because I guess he was doing WWE CW, but there's a CM Punk card and a Stevie Richards and a Rey Mysterio and a William Regal and Kane. Was that like everyone, all at WWE CW at the time? Man, all right. And oh, well, I could have also got. So here's a Kamala. He met a sad ending, right? He's dead now, I believe. Diabetes complications and lots of amputations. Much like was it Jimmy Rave, who one time I got a. So he apparently had all kinds of issues. Big ROH guy who I didn't know at the time, but I was friends on Facebook with a lot of wrestlers, and he just reached out to me one time. He's like, "Hey, you know, I'm running a Kickstarter because I'm having a bunch of health issues." I just blew it off because I didn't know who he was, and then a couple months later, I saw the news article that he died, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it was that guy." So I still have that message saved somewhere. Really interesting, I guess. So like, here's a Shawn Michaels and a Ric Flair. Although I think the only other autograph I could have got that I would have enjoyed more would have been a Kelly Kelly. Holla holla. Even though she is terrible and can't dance, can't wrestle, can't do a lot of things. She sure runs a hell of an OnlyFans that I don't subscribe to. But yeah, now she's just an e-ho, just trying to get those likes and subscribes. And she was on she was Wags. She was on was it Wags? Yeah, it was the original season of Wags on E. Where she was it Sheldon Charez? It was someone for the Coyotes, right? Where she was his wife, and then like they divorced immediately after the show because frankly, you know, she's dumb and a bitch and doesn't really have anything going on. I guess I don't know, Kelly, if you see this, I'm sorry, but you really don't. That and you're a liar. Your boobs are not that big. You're always wearing like 6 padded bras, which should be illegal. All right, sorry. That was a diatribe. But like there's a Mark Henry back when he still had full use of his knees, and a Kenny Dykstra. So yeah, I guess we were doing Deuce and Domino, because there's Domino, and oh shit, Hardcore Holly was still wrestling in 2007, along with JBL. This is another Allen and Ginton card here. So like here's a John Cena, and ooh, he looks weird bald, right? Like I'm used to seeing him with hair. So there's a Matt Striker, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and then a little Allen and Ginter card for Bobby the Brain Heenan. More gum, and then Finlay, who really, to me, the main thing he ever did was when he let Becky Lynch join that Royal Rumble when he was a producer, and then Elijah Burke, right? Or he right, he went to TNA and changed his name to the Pope, and he was an announcer, and he just yelled, and I did not enjoy him at the time. And then here, look, here's Super Crazy. Which, alright, I didn't know he wrestled for a while. And then Carlito. And yeah, here's some Tommy Dreamer. Alright. ECW. Alright, 2 more packs. Here's a... Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody else. Alright, so like, here's... I can't believe Shelton Benjamin is still working. And then, yeah, I can't believe he ever... And then... Alright, I've never seen or heard of her, but apparently she was with Deuce and Domino. There's a Dean Malenko. And then, initially, I looked at that and I'm like, Tatanka? But no, that's Chief Jake Strongbow. And alright, so one last one here. Alright, so it's just those two inserts in the box, which I think was pretty good. So like here's a Bam Bam, and then an Earthquake, and then oh yeah, that old ass publicity shot of the Freebirds, then an Undertaker, and we'll end on a Mickey James. So surprisingly for a box from 2007, I don't know what that says about WWE, that all the people who were wrestling 15 years ago are still wrestling, or at least a vast number of them are. But there we go. Gum did not kill me. And then we got, as a reminder, a very tiny swatch of an all-black t-shirt of Bobby Lashley. And then a top certified signature of Tori Wilson. Could have done much better on the shirt. Don't think we could have done much better on the autograph. So, there we go. I think next, I got a couple hanger boxes of 2 series of Road to WrestleMania. But yeah, alright, that one, I think for what it was, went pretty well. And I didn't die eating 15-year-old gum, so we can always count that as a win. Alright, thanks everybody.